Ruella turbosa. Okay, the kingdom of it is Plantae. Ruella turbosa belongs to kingdom Plantae, which includes a multicellular photosynthetic organism commonly referred to as plants. Okay, number 2, clade. Tracheophytes, which is also known as vascular plants. Tracheophytes are plants that are specified vascular tissues which have xylems and phloem. As we know, xylem, the function is to supply water and organic salt, mineral salt, and also the function of phloem is to uh, transport sucrose. Okay. Next we have clade, which is angiosperms. Angiosperms are actually flowering plants. Okay, so angiosperms are characterized by the presence of flowers and seeds enclosed within the fruits. Okay, and next we also have asterids. Asterids are a large group of dicotyledonous flowering plants known for their unique flower structures and chemical properties. Number 6, we have order, which is Liamalis. The order of Liamalis includes herbaceous and woody plants known for their bilaterally symmetrical flowers and often aromatic properties. Next, we have family. Family is Acanthaceae. The Acanthaceae family comprise mostly tropical and subtropical flowering plants, often with attractive, colorful flowers and medical properties. We have genus. Genus is Ruella. Ruella. The genus Ruella consists 250 species. 250, yeah. 250 species of flowering plants, commonly known as their wild pinnatures. And last but not least, we have species. Species is Ruella turbosa. Ruella turbosa are also known as mine root, snapdragon root, or fever root. It's a fast growing root.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm gonna introduce about gymnosperm, a type of non-flowering plants. This is Photocarpus macrophyllus, commonly known as Buddhist pine or Japanese yew. While it may resemble a conifer or a broadleaf shrub, its true identity is far more fascinating, placing it within one of the most primitive lineage of seed-bearing plants on Earth, the gymnosperm. The name gymnosperm itself, meaning naked seed, is the key to understanding this entire plant family. Unlike flowering plants or angiosperm, which encase their seed within the protective ovary of fruit, gymnosperm bear their seeds completely exposed. Typically on the scale of a cone, Photocarpus macrophyllus is a beautiful testament to this ancient strategy. Its attractive, lush green, strap-like leaves may not look like typical needles, but they are indeed adapted for conservation, a hallmark of many gymnosperm. The plant is dioecious, meaning individual specimens are either male or female. The male plants produce small, cylindrical pollen cones, while the female plants, after pollination, develop a unique structure where a single seed is born on a receptacle that swells into fleshy, purplish blue areola. This clever adaptation, where the seed is naked but supported by a colorful fruit-like part, aids in dispersal by birds, blurring the line between the ancient gymnosperm world and the more recent fruit-bearing angiosperm. So when you encounter a Photocarpus macrophyllus, you are not just looking at an ornament shrub, you are witnessing a profound chapter in botanical history, a resilient descendant of the first plant to truly conquer the land with the evolutionary innovation of the seed.
Now we have just seen the explanation of gymnosperms, and let's step into another ancient group of plants that shaped Earth's greenery, pteridophytes. Commonly known as ferns and their relatives, these plants have survived for over 300 million years, giving life to forests, riversides, and even rocky walls. Today, let's explore their fascinating world. Better, let's first look at their scientific taxonomy. Their domain is Eukarya, organisms with complex cells like ferns. Kingdom is Plantae, the green plant kingdom. Phylum is Pteridophyta, muscular spore-producing plants such as ferns, horsetails, and club mosses. Class is Polypodiopsida, the true ferns like Adiantum. Orders is Polypodiales, the largest order of ferns including Nephrolepis exaltata, the sword fern. Family, we have Pteridaceae, Diopteridaceae. Also, we have Aspleniaceae. For Pteridaceae, ferns in rocky, shady places, example Adiantum. For Diopteridaceae, it's large ferns, for example Diopteris felixmas, the male fern. For Aspleniaceae, this is called bird's nest fern, Asplenium nidus. So let's talk about genus. Genus is Polypodium, ferns growing on rocks, also on trees. Species is Polypodium vulgare, the common polypody fern. Now that we know their classification, let's see where these plants live and thrive. Ferns usually grow in moist and shady places. We can find them covering the forest floor, growing near streams, or clinging to damp rocks. Some species, like the bird's nest fern, even live on the trunks and branches of trees. They are very important for the environment. Fern roots help stop soil erosion. Their leaves give shelter to small animals, and they keep the forest air cool and humid. Ferns can survive in many places, from lowland forests to cold mountain slopes. Beyond where they live, their way of reproducing is truly remarkable. Pteridophytes reproduce through alternation of generations. The green leafy ferns we see is the sporophyte, producing sporangia under its fronds. This releases tiny spores. When spores lands on moist soil, it grows into a small heart-shaped gametophyte, which produces both male and female organs. With water's help, fertilization occurs and a new sporophyte grows, completing the cycle. So, apart from their life cycle, ferns also benefit humans in many ways. We have medical value and human use of the pteridophytes. The male fern, Diopteris felixmas, was once used in medicine to treat intestinal wounds. Some ferns shoots called fiddleheads are edible. Also, ornamental ferns like Asplenium nidus decorate gardens and homes. Some species even help clean toxins from soil and air, shows their ecological importance. So, let's wrap with why these plants are so special. In a nutshell, pteridophytes are not just plants of the past, they are survivors, healers, and protectors of nature. From their unique life cycle to the cultural and ecological uses, ferns remain one of the nature's most enduring wonders.
Hello everyone! Today I'll be introducing phylum Chordata, one of the most important group of animals on Earth. Chordates are animals that at some stages have 5 key features. So let me move you over here. The 5 key features are a notochord, a nerve cord, pharyngeal slits, a tail, and a thyroid gland. So we are going to relate phylum Chordata to our most closest furry friends, kitties. You guys might be bored of this. Let me just take some real quick. Okay, so a cat embryo. The notochord is a flexible rod running along the body axis. As the kitten develops, the notochord gets replaced by the vertebral column, which is the spine or the backbone. So this is the backbone of the cat. Okay, so in an adult cat, the notochord is no longer present, but its function is carried by the backbone. And then, we introduced to the dorsal nerve cord. Okay, the dorsal nerve cord, cats like all vertebrates have a hollow nerve cord. In adults, this becomes the spinal cord, which runs alongside the vertebral column. Let me exchange this cat for the adult one. Hold on, let me just change. Alright, so the dorsal nerve cord is what controls and signals for movement, reflexes, and senses. So there are pharyngeal pouches or slits near the throat area. Unlike fish, the parts of these slits are at the ears, tonsils, jaw. Show your jaw, and glands. For example, parts of the middle ear bones in cats come from these embryonic slits. So where are the middle ear bones? Kind of inside there, see? Okay. Post-anal tail. Cats still keep this feature even though they're adults. You can see how long Milo's tail just now. Kittens develop with a long tail after the anus, and adults can retrain it as their external tail. This is to create balance while they are moving. Like for example, Coco here loves to run around the house. So when she runs around the house, she needs her tail to balance around the slippery floors. So now let me bring you towards the taxonomy of the domestic cats. Cats are from the kingdom Animalia. The phylum of Animalia for these cats are Chordatas. Subphylum of these cats are Vertebrata. The class is Mammalia. So the cats are mammals, which means they have hair or fur, possess mammary glands to produce milk for their young, are warm-blooded, and have a 4-chambered heart. Of these cats are carnivorous. Little guy again. See, sharp teeth, sharp claws. Domestic cats, they are called Felis catus, domestic cats. But for wild cats, they called Felis sylvestris. Those are wild cats. And for jackal cats, they're called Felis caius. So every species has different names, even if the genus and the family is the same. Cats reproduce sexually. For example, if I plus this and I plus this, it will equal to this. So, female cats give birth to live young after a short gestation period around 2 months. Kittens are born blind and dependent, but they grow rapidly, passing through chordate development stages as they mature. Like all mammals, cats nurse their young with milk before they become dependent hunters. Cats are not important just as pets, but also in science. Studies of cat brains and vision has helped us understand human neurology. Cats even purr at frequencies that may help tissue healing. However, cats can also carry microbes, for instance, Toxoplasma gondii, a parasite found in cats' feces. This shows both the benefits and risk of chordates in human health.
So, catfish for their habitat. Chordates live everywhere, from oceans to deserts. Cats themselves are a great example of adaptability. Domestic cats thrive in homes around the world, but wild cats like tigers, leopards, and mountain lions live in jungles, grasslands, snowy mountains, and deserts. This adaptability is a big reason why chordates are so successful, like us humans.
So, when we look at cats, we see more than just playful companions. They're living examples of what makes chordates unique. A strong backbone, adapting complex life cycles, and important roles in both science and medicine. And important life too. Smile.
Hello everyone, I'm Twisha, and today I'll be presenting about Arthropoda, the largest phylum of animals. To make it clear and simple, I'll use an ant as my example. Ants are everywhere around us, easy to observe, a perfect representation of insects in this phylum. Let's begin with the taxonomy of an ant. First, we'll start with kingdom. The kingdom is Animalia. Ants are multicellular and belong to the animal kingdom. The phylum is Arthropoda. They have joint legs, a segmented body, and an external skeleton made of chitin. The class is Insecta. As insects, ants have 3 body regions: head, thorax, and abdomen, and they also have 6 legs. The order is Hypnoptera. This includes bees, ants, and wasps, which are known for their complex social behavior. Family is Formicidae. All ants belong to the same family, and the genus is Camponotus, a well-known group which includes carpenter ants. The species is the Camponotus pensylvanicus, an example of the black carpenter ant. This scientific classification shows how ants are placed step by step in the tree of life. Next, we're going to talk about the habitat of an ant. So, where do ants live? Ants can be found almost everywhere. Gardens, soil, on the rocks, inside the woods, and even in human homes. Do you know that ants have a social organization? Yes. Each colony has a queen, workers, and soldiers, showing a high level of social organization. Now I'm going to be explaining about the life cycle of an ant. Like many insects, ants go through complete metamorphosis. So now I'm going to be breaking down into each stage of the life cycle with a simple explanation. So the first stage is eggs, which is laid by the queen ant. And the second stage is called larva, also known as the feeding stage, carried by the worker ants. The third stage is pupa, which is a resting stage where the transformation occurs. And the last and final stage is the adult stage where the ants emerge either as a queen, a soldier, or a worker ant. So this division of roles within the colony of the ants ensures the survival and the success of the group. Now, let's dive into the body features and behaviors of an ant. Ants have strong mandibles that allow them to cut and carry food many times their body weight. They use their antennas to sense the environment and communicate. What makes ants so special is their teamwork. They communicate through chemicals called pheromones, which guide other ants to food sources, warn of danger, or organize colony activities. Here you can see a clear picture of the ant's structure. The ant's body has three regions, which is the head, thorax, and abdomen. You all might have a question. What do ants do in our ecosystem? Well, ants play an important role in our ecosystem. They help to aerate soil, recycle nutrients, and even disperse seeds of some plants. They also act as natural pest controllers by preying on other insects. On the other hand, certain ant species can be pests themselves by invading homes, damaging crops, or even harming structures when they nest in the wood. This shows that arthropods as a group can be both beneficial and harmful. In conclusion, ants are an excellent example of the phylum Arthropoda. Their taxonomy, life cycle, unique body features, and ecological importance highlight why arthropods are the most successful animals on Earth. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi guys! So today we are going to talk about fungi. So fungi is the kingdom. We have a lot of fungi types, okay? So today we are going to talk about a mushroom. Well, mushroom has a lot of name, okay? One of it is Ganoderma lucidum. It's our topic today. So come here. Come here, my friend. So you see this? You see it? Up. Okay, that is Ganoderma lucidum. Okay, so what is Ganoderma lucidum? Ganoderma lucidum is a scientific name for bracket mushroom. So Ganoderma lucidum usually found in warm and humid places like forests in Asia specifically. So it grows, this Ganoderma lucidum can grow at the dead body or sometimes becomes a weak parasite like that, okay? It habitat is in the hardwood. You can see this is hardwood, right? The hardwood, like oaks and maples, including this place. This place is a Taman Botani Shah Alam, which is the place that really humid and warm for it to live. Okay, let's go. So, let's continue to the taxonomy of this Ganoderma lucidum. Okay, first of all, Ganoderma lucidum is from a domain called Eukarya. You remember what Eukarya is? Okay, so eukarya overall says that it has an organism that has cells. Okay, all organisms have cells, but these cells have their own organelles, have nucleus, and the organelles is some of them is double membrane, and these cells are well organized. Okay, then we move to the kingdom, which is kingdom fungi. So, we met a lot of fun guy, but not fungi. You know what I mean? Okay, so fungi is not the same as plants, even though some people say, oh, mushroom is plants. No, mushroom is a fungi. So, why is it called fungi? First of all, it does not undergo photosynthesis. Why? Because fungi does not have chlorophyll. Duh. Okay, and it obtains nutrients not by photosynthesis, because we know photosynthesis is how trees or plants get nutrients, but mushroom is not plant. So it got their nutrients from absorption. So this absorption has three: saprophytic, symbiotic, and parasitic. This mushroom, our friend here, it can be a weak parasitic or it can be saprophytic. Right now here, it shows that the tree is not dead yet. So it is a parasitic type of nutrient absorption. So let's continue to the phylum part. So the phylum part or phylum rank of Ganoderma lucidum is Basidiomycota. What is Basidiomycota? So Basidiomycota is a club fungi, or it is known as the largest group of fungi. This group of fungi produce sexual spores on the club, or the sexual spores is named as basidiosperm. This basidiosperm will produce on the club, on top of the club, or we call as basidia. We move to another rank called class. So class of Ganoderma lucidum is the agaricomycetes. Agaricomycetes. So the agaricomycetes is including the most of the mushroom, but this mushrooms is the mushroom that produce fungi, and then the fungi will produce its fruity bodies. Some of the mushroom is edible, like the button mushroom, but not all. Others is poisonous or maybe is used for the medical purposes. Okay, next we go to the order, the rank order. So the rank order for this mushroom is Polyporals. Polyporals is a fungi with a pore. There is a fungi with gills and fungi with pores, but this specific fungi that we're talking about is a fungi with the pore. Okay, some fungi are soft, but these fungi are woody, hard, and it's also attached to trees. Not all, but most of them attach to tree. This fungi, the pores fungi, have a tiny pores that will release the basidiosperm or the spores. Then, when the spores landed into a specific surface, it will form a hyphae, and then this hyphae will turn or formed into mycelium. What is mycelium? Mycelium is essential to break down cellulose or lignin and recycle the dead trees into a soil. So, another rank is family. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're getting to a specific one. We go to the family is Ganodermataceae. Ganodermataceae is well known as the varnished shiny mushroom. Okay, it is hard and woody, like I said, and the spores is double walled. Okay, the spores double walled and it's so shiny. Yeah. And next is genus. Okay, remember the name is Ganoderma lucidum. So the name is Ganoderma lucidum. From the name, we already know what is the genus and what is the species. So the genus is the first name is Ganoderma. So the Ganoderma, Gano means bright or shine, while derma means skin. So it is specified to a mushroom that only have shiny and bright skin. And Ganoderma lucidum, like I said, widely known in medicine. Okay, in medicinal aspect. And the species is Lucidium or Ganoderma lucidum. This species like I said, it is shiny. The only species that has shiny and dewy surface. It is so far best studied fungi in all other fungi. Bye bye. Stay tuned.
Has many insects. Oh, stop. Wait, stop.
We found it. Yay! Oh my god, Hanan, this looks cinematic. Just largest group of fungi. Yeah. So I already finished my mushroom. Next, we will go to where?
Animal Kingdom, Chordata.
Yes, let's take for JJ, guys. We support our friend. She's fast.